Hey everybody, it's me, Nina. Well, we are down near Columbus, Ohio today. Steve is, let me turn the camera on so I can show you the building here and zoom up there. We are at Lifeline of Ohio, Donate Life. Steve is in there doing type of an interview. Because of that organization is how Steve was able to get his liver that he needed. And so he is an ambassador for that organization, and he goes and he talks to school groups, and we've shared that with you guys before. And this was the first time that they have done what they're doing today. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to be doing this today. They all had appointments, and so yeah, we'll have to wait till Steve comes out, and I'll have to ask him exactly what all went on. But I do know they're taping it for some reason. So I'm just thankful that it was good weather today. It's cloudy and yucky, but at least it's not snowing or raining, so that I'm thankful for. Tomorrow is our wedding anniversary. We will be celebrating 38 years, and when we knew that we were going to be coming down for Steve to do this interview, he looked up things that we could do, and we could just go ahead and celebrate our anniversary today. Well, as you guys remember probably, we like to go to the Spaghetti Warehouse down here, and for any type of like celebration. Well, we found out that they're not open any longer. Steve's mom told him that she heard there was a fire, and then I heard that it was something might have happened to a wall or a ceiling, like they could have fallen in. So we're not sure what happened, but anyway, they're not open. So we're gonna have to find something else to go do while we're down here today. We do know that there is the RV show. Last week, I guess it was up in Cleveland, and everyone that I heard that went were talking about how cheap the RVs are made now and how much more they cost, which is, it's like everything, isn't it? So we're not sure if we're going to go, since it's down here and we're down here. It might be something fun to do just to look. I'm not sure. We're not going to be able to afford to buy any for a couple years because, as I've told you guys before, we have gotten everything lined up in our budget, and praying if nothing happens, we will be debt-free in 2 years. So then we would have enough money, hopefully, to have a big down payment on one, and that way we wouldn't be left with very much payments. It's noisy where I'm at right now. I've got my window cracked a little bit because I got warm, but there's the big highway is behind me, and lots of the big buildings are all back there. Not much in front that I can see, but yeah, we've been down to this spot here several times. We come down and pick things up that they need delivered instead of making them pay for shipping. We just do that to try to help out every little bit that we can. And like every year, they give cookies away to all of the funeral homes. Excuse me. And so we will come pick those up and take those and drop them off to the funeral homes that are in our area. And it's just a thank you from, Donate Life for them working with them. When someone, passes away, they try to get up there within a certain amount of time if they were going to donate any of their organs or eyes, stuff like that. So they do all kinds of things to try to help promote, the donating life. So we're very thankful for this organization and Lifeline. There's several in Ohio, and Steve tries to work close with those too. So I have been in a flare the last several days. Let me get a drink. I brought me some of that. stuff that you mix in your water, the grape. But anyways, as I was saying, I've been in a flare the last couple of days, and to me, it's the worst flare. I have flares that do different things, pain and just different things throughout my body. But this flare that I just got out of is the one where I am exhausted and I don't do anything but lay in bed and rest and sleep. So for the last 2 days, I didn't even look at my phone. I did was lay in bed and sleep. And I actually got up last night at 10 o'clock and I hadn't eaten, and I woke up and I was not really that hungry. I was more thirsty and I felt really dehydrated. So I got up and ate me a peanut butter sandwich and a big glass of milk, which I don't usually drink milk ever because I am lactose intolerant. But I was so thirsty, and for some reason, if I drink milk, it does seem to quench my thirst. So I went right back to bed, went right back to sleep, and slept all night. And I had slept all day. You know, it's not good. I don't like to do that. The only good thing was we didn't have anything going on, and so I didn't have to be up for anything. So I got up this morning, and Steve said, "Do you feel like going with me?" And I said, "I'm going to make myself go. I'm weak. I brought my cane in case we get to go do anything and walk around. I'm kind of too weak to chance just walking on my own." I thought about bringing the walker that I have that I can actually make into a seat. And then I thought, no, I'll just push myself with my cane, and hopefully that will work out. So, not sure what we're going to do, but I thought that since we're out and about, that I would go ahead and see if you guys wanted to go along with us today. So, I'm not sure how long Steve's going to be in there, so I'm going to just go ahead and turn the camera off. We'll wait, and when he gets back in the car, we can talk about what he went through and what he did. So, be back in a minute. Actually, I'm not sure if you can see, but I can see Steve sitting there, and there are two ladies sitting across from him. Can't see him now. I hope you guys can. It's because it's the way the camera's going. That's as far as I can zoom up.
So I just got out of Lifeline of Ohio. They took some pictures of me and inside, and then come outside and took some more. Then I went in, did my interview that I don't know how long it lasted, probably 10 minutes maybe. And so then I come back out, and all the women were...
Got your jacket on too.
Yeah. All the ladies were talking and about how they was glad I come, and it was good to see me again. And Julie said to tell you hi.
Oh, okay.
She goes, "Tell Nina hi." I said hi. So then they gave me a gift bag. It's got a magnet for the car on it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then a luggage tag.
We'll show the other side.
Oh. And then a potato chip bag. Save lives, join the organ donor registry. And I don't know what else.
Oh. Let me hold
Did
that.
An ink pen for Donate Life.
You have to show it up where they can see it, huh?
Oh.
There you go.
A armband for Donate Life. I guess that's lip or
Yeah,
chapstick.
chapstick.
And then a Donate Life pen.
All, their colors are always green and blue.
Yeah.
And that's why you wore your blue one now.
Yeah.
That's nice. So what was the question?
Just asking me about how I found out that, you know, it's going to be loud. How I found out that I needed a transplant. So I was telling them about the doctor diagnosing me with cirrhosis of the liver, and then going to Cleveland Clinic and getting tested up there, and they figured out it was genetic. And so then they was asking me about how I felt when I found out, and so I was telling them, you know, I was when I first found out, all I could think of was my dad, because he had died just a few years before that from the same thing, cirrhosis. And then whenever I went to Cleveland and they figured out it was genetic, then
Go ahead and tell them what the genetic is.
It's called antitrypsin.
It's alpha 1.
Alpha 1.
Antitrypsin deficiency.
That's what. And
once he had the liver transplant,
that took it all
that
away.
took care of it, because it actually lives in the liver.
Yeah.
And it is genetic. So they believe his grandpa and his dad both had it.
And so then they was asking me about after the transplant, how I felt then and stuff, and I was telling them that Nina said that it was amazing, because before my eyes were completely yellow, and when I first opened my eyes, she was amazed at how white they was then. Mm-hmm. So
yep.
And so then they asked me about what I would, if I could meet the donor, or if I had met the donor family or anything. I go, no, I wrote to the family but never heard anything. And if I could meet them, what would I say? I go, I'd tell them I'm so thankful and grateful that their family member was a donor, because if that person wouldn't have been a donor, I wouldn't be here right now.
No.
Because Cleveland Clinic was sending me home to die.
Yeah.
So since my transplant was in April, they said they're going to use me in April for on their website and stuff.
Awesome.
And that's also Donate Life Month all across the country. So
Aww.
so I'll get in their website in April. And then they're wanting us to come down for the candlelight service April 14th. I go, I've been wanting to come down every year and something always happens. So this year we'll try to come down and do that.
That'd be very nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. To show the new barefoot. Little bathroom. See how tall it is, honey? How
8 feet 1 inches.
Oh, go ahead and stand up then. Made in Ohio.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh, plenty tall, huh?
little shower, kitchen, bed. You got storage all through here and here and all over on this side. That is the same.
Found one that we like that is a good price now. This makes a bed, but right now they have it set up with a love seat and nice windows. Let me turn around here. Then you've got this that also makes a bed. The nice kitchen sink and cabinets. Really nice big sink. And then a 2-burner. The furnace is down there. Microwave. Very nice refrigerator. And then the bathroom has like a little tub. Well, I could bath Willow in that. It's a shower, but I could bath her. And it's got the nice fan. Nice sink. Yeah, it's small, but it would be perfect for Steve and I. Let's go get the outside of it for you.
Okay, this is a pup kitchen. So there's another little refrigerator
Oh, that's neat.
out here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got a place to put your leash for your dog. Hook it on there.
Well, isn't that a neat
And then they have a
idea?
thing we could put our bicycles on there and
Yep.
haul them around.
It's a wolf pup.
Yep. Yeah,
I like those lights.
yeah.
And the price for the show is $18,980.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, I like. Okay, so we just left, and we forgot to tell you guys that if you brought canned food with you, you got how much off the ticket?
It was $6, so it's $9 off the ticket.
So that was a good deal. They had so many, we didn't probably look at a quarter of them all.
Yeah.
Pretty packed. Quite a few people out. I was surprised. So now we are going to try and find a Sam's. We are on our way now to try to find the Sam's Club that's down here in Columbus, because Steve
Use
checked.
the right lane to take exit 109A, then keep left at the fork.
Steve checked, and our Sam's Club was out of the Willow's pea pads, and he checked, and down here they have them in. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and stop.
Yeah.
Huh?
So we have talked and decided for right now, I'm going to take that big bed out of the van and put 2 twin beds in there. And that way that'll open that up a little bit in the back. And I'm not going to make it as high. I'm going to make them down lower. And then put some storage underneath of them. And do some other stuff in there to rearrange stuff and make it more like a
In 2
camper
miles,
instead
take
of a
the
van.
exit on the left toward I-270 North.
And that way we can keep it and go camping in it until we get the money to buy a Class C or buy a truck and then buy one that you tow, whichever way we decide to go with it. So, but yeah, I think this spring I want to start working on the van, getting it all redone.
So you got some good ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad that that's done. Steve really had been wanting to go, and there's no way that I was not going to go if I could at all do it. And I made it. I'm so glad I had my cane with me, and I didn't go up in every one of the campers, because it was just too much, too many steps. And when you're not feeling good, I didn't have the energy. So then he said, do you want to go into Sam's Club and just do our shopping? Because we do need to go. And I said, can we just, can you go in, hon, and get the pea pads, and then we'll shop tomorrow at our own Sam's Club. So he said, no problem. So I'm thankful for that. So I didn't have to go in. They have carts in there. I could have ridden a cart, I guess, but it looks really packed in there, and I didn't know if there'd be any. And we would love to have a Class C, like Steve was saying, and that's one that you drive, and then you can get into the back of it, as say like if he's driving and I need to lay down or whatever, I'll be able to walk straight back and go lay down, which they don't want you to do that, but sometimes if you're not feeling good, I don't think who's gonna know, right? And then I told Steve, I said, the regular campers that you pull, they were really nice, and of course they were a whole lot cheaper. But you have to have something that you can pull them with. And even though we got this nice vehicle, it doesn't have enough motor to pull a camper. We even checked on those small teardrop ones, which they're very cute. They would be perfect to go like boondocking in. You can set just like one panel of solar on the roof of those, and I also have some solar that we could set out and charge that Jackery that we bought. And I told Steve, something like that would even be good, but this car that we have is still not, the engine isn't large enough to pull even one of those small ones. So it's like, oh man, we didn't know. We thought years ago when we bought this that it looked like ones that people were pulling with, but it doesn't have the engine capacity, I guess. So it's okay. I told Steve, I think when he was talking about fixing up the van and making it for 2 beds so that I'll have a spot for my CPAP machine and all that, I think that's going to be a lot better. If it was lower so we could just sit on the bed, watch, have 2 beds going down the sides and leave the center open, and that way we can set up a little table that we can take down if we need to. But we can sit there and eat, and we can sit there and watch TV because we've got the TV and all that. I don't think that we're going to fool with putting in a sink and all that because I have that dresser in there. So what we'll probably do is just do like we did when we went camping last year. We had a big bowl that I did the dishes in, and used a lot of paper plates and stuff like that because that's what we want to do this summer. We don't want to wait until we get financially able to get a camper because then we might not ever get to go. And so I told him, I said, let's do what we can with our van. I love the bed the way it is right now, the way he built it, because it's gotten a lot of room underneath of it to store stuff. I really love, it's comfortable, but it's not good for Steve. It feels for him to sleep, he's going side to side, or the window to window, and it's very uncomfortable for him because it's not quite long enough. And so we figured if we make it this way from back door to the front, each side will be below the window, and we'll each have an area of our own to sleep in there. He thinks it will be a lot more comfortable for him. And right now the mattress that we have in there it's too large. It's actually kind of bunched in there, and so this way we're gonna go get some of that real dense soft foam that will be really good for sleeping on. And I told Steve, I said, we could probably we'll have to measure it all, but if we can get a twin size and put there for each side, or however wide it will be, he could always buy one big piece of it and cut it in half and use half on each side of the bed. So yeah, I think that's going to work out good. Be a lot better for him, I think. And we need him to be comfortable when he is driving and stuff if we do get to take it on vacation. Now, if we're around town, and some of those campgrounds, like where we went last year, it was really nice because they had spots for people that had small campers or camper vans like ours. And I told Steve, I said, that would be perfect. I still want to get out and just me and him camp and relax and have us some bonfires. And yeah, there he is. He must have found some. We're gonna go eat at the diner. And then by the window, Steve got him a Reuben and a bunch of French fries. They gave us sauce on the side. And I got a grilled cheese and some coleslaw. If I can get it open. Oh, that looks good.